You know, it's fascinating how something as natural and essential as sleep can sometimes feel like a distant dream. We all know that getting enough sleep is crucial for both our physical and mental well-being. Yet there are mornings when we wake up feeling like we've been hit by a truck despite having spent what seemed like a solid 8 hours in bed. It's perplexing, isn't it? You'd think that after all that time we'd feel refreshed, energized, ready to tackle the day. But instead we find ourselves dragging our feet and struggling to shake off that foggy feeling. So, what gives? Let's dive into this a bit, shall we? First off, let's talk about stress and anxiety. Life can throw some pretty hefty challenges our way: work deadlines, financial worries, or even just the everyday pressures of relationships. When you're under that kind of stress, it's no wonder that your mind doesn't want to settle down when it's time to sleep. You lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, your mind racing with thoughts about what you need to do tomorrow or what went wrong today. That's a recipe for a restless night. And when you finally do manage to drift off, you might find yourself waking up multiple times, never really reaching that deep, restorative sleep. It's like your brain is on high alert, refusing to let you relax completely. And then there's the emotional baggage we all carry around. We often underestimate how much our unresolved feelings can affect us, even while we're sleeping. Think about it. Those suppressed emotions, past traumas, or unresolved issues can bubble up in our subconscious. You might wake up feeling exhausted, not just physically, but mentally, because your brain has been working overtime trying to process all that emotional weight. It's like running a marathon in your sleep, and you wake up feeling like you've done a full day's work, but in reality, you were just tossing and turning, wrestling with your thoughts. Now, let's not forget about depression. It's a sneaky one, isn't it? It can mess with your sleep schedule in a big way. Some people find themselves sleeping way too much, while others can't seem to catch a wink. But regardless of how much time you spend in bed, if you're depressed, that sleep is often anything but restful. You wake up feeling just as drained as when you went to bed, if not more so. It's like your body is in a fog, and no amount of sleep can clear it away. The chemical imbalances in your brain during these times can really throw off your sleep cycle, making it nearly impossible to wake up feeling rejuvenated. Then there are anxiety disorders. If you're someone who constantly feels on edge, that anxiety can extend into your sleep. You might find it hard to fall asleep in the first place or wake up frequently throughout the night. Even when you do manage to sleep, it's often light and restless, leaving you feeling tense and exhausted when morning rolls around. It's frustrating because you know you need rest, but your mind just won't let you have it. And let's talk about sleep disorders. Things like insomnia or sleep apnea. These aren't just physical issues. They can have serious psychological impacts too. When you're stuck in a cycle of sleeplessness, the frustration can spiral into anxiety, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break. You become anxious about not being able to sleep, which only makes it harder to actually fall asleep. It's like being trapped in a hamster wheel, running and running but getting nowhere. Then there's ruminating. Oh boy, the classic mind trap. You know those nights when you just can't stop thinking about everything? You replay conversations, worry about what you said, or think about what you need to do tomorrow. That constant loop of thoughts can keep your brain active when it should be winding down. It's exhausting. You might think you'll sort things out in the morning, but instead, you wake up feeling like you've been in a mental wrestling match all night. So, what can we do about all this? If you find yourself waking up feeling tired day after day, it might be time to seek some help. Talking to a professional can be incredibly beneficial. Therapy can provide you with tools to manage stress, process emotions, and improve your sleep quality. Techniques like meditation, breathing exercises, or cognitive behavioral therapy can also help calm that racing mind and create a more peaceful sleep environment. In conclusion, waking up feeling exhausted is often more than just a physical issue. Our mental and emotional states play a huge role in how restful our sleep is. Stress, anxiety, depression, and other psychological factors can deeply impact our sleep quality, leaving us feeling drained even after what should have been a good night's sleep. It's essential to take care of both our physical and mental health if we want to wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. So, let's prioritize our well-being, tackle those stressors, and make sure we're giving ourselves the care we truly deserve. After all, we owe it to ourselves to feel our best, don't we?